Hi, book fam. I hope you all are well. We are back with another book recommendation / review of Year of the Reaper by Makia Lucer. I hope I said that right. If I did not, I'm sorry. I won this book completing a summer reading challenge, and it was with my local library. So every summer here in AZ, the libraries have a summer reading challenge, and my kids do it, I do it. Check out your local library and see if they have any programs. As much you might get a free book. This book came out in 2021, just after COVID hit, and I think the author used that as inspiration to create this book. It's a very dark, plague-riddled, war-torn world that she creates. There's this Black Death going on, this was just gruesome. The picture that she creates in her descriptive writing, I absolutely enjoyed. And these two kingdoms that have been on this long drawn out battle for years. People are tired of bloodshed. People are tired of losing family members, and they're also losing their family members to the plague. And it brings this dark gothic atmosphere to mind. And I love that there's this mystery. It kind of reminds me of The Man in the Iron Mask. If you guys seen that movie, there's this mystery unraveling and shocking reveal in here that absolutely reminds me of Man in the Iron Mask. So I also enjoyed that. And the writing, the pacing was good. It was consistent. It wasn't this fast pace. It was a consistent pacing. It kept my attention. I liked the writing. The description in here was enough, but not overly excessive. And I liked the world she created. She did a good job creating the world for me. The pacing did start to drop around 70%. And I was like, okay, I don't know where this is going. But I speed read through that, and it picked back up around 80%. And I was like, okay, I'm back on track now. What's the word? I'm dedicated. But I had been dedicated, but it was like, I was to the point where I wanted to just put it down for a moment, but I speed read through the 70%, and then it picked back up. The pacing picks back up at 80. We have our main character, Cassia. He is a Lord of Palmerin, and he is captured and in prison for 3 years. And this kicks off after those 3 years. He caught the plague and survived. And he's seen a lot of death. Not many survivors where he was at in prison. So he's buried a lot of people. It has caused a lot of trauma, his imprisonment. He was wrongfully imprisoned, and a lot of time that he couldn't get back. And there's a heavy focus on that in here. Time you can't get back, the trauma of dealing with these things that have happened to you, being in prison, bound, trying to escape, trying to get free from your shackles. Those things go on in his mind, and he deals with that heavily in here. But there's this cool aspect of he sees spirits now, and it started after he caught the plague. And I thought that was pretty cool. It kind of just added to this gothic atmosphere, this Edgar Allan Poe vibe that I was really liking. And they kind of help him solve mysteries and questions on his journey, which is pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of The Witcher in that aspect. If you guys have played that video game, there is the tower full of mice. He has this lamp, and he has to go and find, solve the mystery of this tower and why people that keep going there are dying mysteriously. And the dead, this lamp goes over them, and they kind of tell a story of what's happened to them in their last moments. And it reminded me of that. And I thought that was so cool. My attention was really drawn to that. There's also an assassin in here that is out for vengeance. They're leaving these clues behind. So the murder mystery plot I thoroughly enjoyed. Oh, if you've gotten to this part of the video and you like my content, like this video, subscribe, and share. Thank y'all. The assassin leaves like these breadcrumbs on why they're doing things for Cassia to solve this mystery, and I really enjoyed that as well. You've got this mad scientist in here, which just further adds to this dark, crazy world that they're in. And I had nothing bad to say about this book except for the dip in the pacing. I would recommend this book. It was a refreshing read. There is a light romance in here, but it is not the main focus. I would say the focus is him developing this friendship with her that turns into a deep care and then love for the character Lena, which is cool. They go through they go together to solve this mystery, and she's like a historian. So I enjoyed that they work together going through tomes, and he develops this friendship and care for her, and that really becomes the focus towards the middle of the book, and I enjoyed that. I felt all the vibes, and there's no explicit content in here. There is gore, I would say, with the plague, dealing with the plague, and nothing other than that. Yeah, really good. I enjoyed it. The other thing that I enjoyed about this book was the politicking in the kingdom, dealing with people at court, how to act, and the mystery of revolving around the assassination attempt, having to deal with people in court, and like, you don't know who's friend or foe. You start to think the people close to you are innocent, but then you start to question their integrity, and do I really know this person that well? Once things start to unravel in this book, and that was really good. I would say I gave this book a 4-star. The writing, I would have to say, was a 4-star. I did enjoy the overall plot. I would say that's a 5-star for me. I enjoyed all the things I mentioned before, but there was something in the pacing at 70% in that caused me to say this is a 4-star book. The characters were amazing too. I would give the characters a 5-star, but the pacing and at that percentage was what led me to give this a 4-star. It was still a good book. I would recommend this. If you're looking for something fun, something clean, something a little bit on the gothic vibe, murder mystery kind of deal, I would recommend this book. And again, it is clean with the romance that is mentioned in here. Okay. So yeah, what am I reading next? I have an arc of Birds of a Feather that I have to finish. So I am reading that. I believe that'll be the last thing that I read this month. But if I have time, I want to read this, which is Night Weaver. It's a YA romantasy. I'm excited to get into this. Actually love the purple and the artwork in here. It's pretty cool. So I want to try this. And Threadbare. I picked this up, I believe, 2 months ago, and this is a Christian fantasy book. This involves crusades, so I'm excited to start this in June. So these are most likely going to be my beginning June books. So yeah, I hope you guys are well. I have been, since reading this also kind of gave me like the feel of Game of Thrones, just the kingdom part. So I am probably going to be rewatching Game of Thrones. But yeah, I haven't watched anything else lately. I've been reading, and So that's all I got. I hope you guys have a good day. If you've read that book, let me know what your thoughts are. My goal on here is just to expand what I'm reading and just try different genres. I lean more heavily towards fantasy and romance. So I will be picking up more thrillers and see if I can pick up something nonfiction as well, just to broaden the horizons. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good day. Tulu. Oh, yeah. Let me know what your favorite parts of this book were. Drop it in the comments what you liked most about this book. And if you've read any similar books to this, drop them in the comments. If you hated this book, let me know. Drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. Yeah, but I liked it. I did. Yeah, I'll be picking up more work from this author, and I really would like to find similar books that were like this. So yeah, toodaloo.